Hi, and welcome back. Today I would like to talk about how to make most of working from home. So many people have recently been asked to work from home, and while for others that sounds like a great idea and they're really enjoying it, some people might be struggling with some aspects of it, especially now that the novelty of working from home has worn off. Some common feelings that people might be experiencing is feeling isolated, so that might be professionally and socially. They are maybe unable to switch off so that they continue thinking about work even after the working hours have finished. They might have also difficulties with staying motivated and keep on doing the tasks alone, and also difficulties prioritizing what is it that I need to do first. And on top of that, some people might be experiencing insomnia and other sleep disturbances because they are thinking about work again too much. So, work provides us with that external structure. We get up, we do our morning routine, we then get on the public transport or drive to work, we have certain number of hours that we are at work, then we come home and continue with our day. In the absence of that, it's really important that we keep creating some kind of a routine in our day. So different things will work for different people. Some people really like to have a shower, get dressed in work clothes, and actually sit down and do their 8 hours worth of work. Some people prefer to stay in the Ugg boots and their pajamas and do their work that way. Whatever works, as long as there is a routine and there is a start point and some kind of a ritual before you actually start working. The other thing you can do is also create some pockets of certainty, right? So that during the day, you know exactly that there are times where you will be doing specific things. So that might look like, okay, before I start my working day, I'm going to meditate or I'm going to definitely have a shower. So there is that certainty. Also, at my lunch break, I'm going to be, for example, going for a walk around the block for 10 minutes, or at least I'm going to go on my balcony and breathe some fresh air, right? So there are some pockets during that time that are completely within your control, and you know that they will certainly happen. The other thing that you can also do is establish some ground rules in your environment. So you might be living with flatmates, you might be living with a family, there might be children at home, and your partner might be also working from home. And in those cases, it's really, really useful to sit down and create some ground rules and some boundaries around what's going to happen during the day so that everyone is being productive and you're not getting disturbed too much. Also, try and maintain the coping strategy or self-care that you would normally do. So just because you're working from home doesn't mean that you can't continue with the things like exercise and cooking healthy food, etc. All right. So whatever you used to do before starting to work from home, continue working using those coping strategy to the best of your abilities and the current circumstances. Another important thing, especially when it comes to working from home and feeling socially and professionally isolated, seek contact with others from work. So you might want to have lunch together using the video links. You might want to have a morning or afternoon coffee together. You might want to meet on regular basis at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day, and you might be the one who initiates it, right? If it's not your supervisor or manager who does that. And the same thing with getting some feedback. If you are unsure how you are performing and whether you are doing what you are meant to be doing, you can also recognize that and that's what you need and seek feedback on that. Lastly, there is silver lining, and you need to remind yourself of that. The research and various studies have found that working from home is actually can have some really positive effects on people. So it is incredibly flexible, and it's giving you a much greater control of over what you do, and when, right? It allows you to avoid long commutes. And also, it just decreases that conflict between work and family life. It can work in that way. It also seems to increase focus, job satisfaction, and our productivity. So, overall, there are positives that can come out of working from home. And if there are difficulties that you are experiencing, there are ways of counteracting those. So try that and see how you go.